Alright, so the patch notes are finally out. After we waiting for them for like, well, almost 12 hours. We didn't get a patch today, but we did get the patch notes at least. So let's take a look at them here and let's check them out. So, major features. Shattered Realm continues to destabilize with the introduction of 5 new levels. So we have 5 new Shattered Realm levels, pretty nice. Several older spell effects have been updated to meet our modern standards. The art section for those. Yes. Item skill modifiers with 100% damage conversion have been updated with a new spell effects. That's pretty nice as well. Like, holy shit, like, so many people have been asking for this. Yeah, it seems like they finally have had some time to revamp those older skill modifiers. And then, yeah, I mean, we know about this. The 4 sets that are being reworked: Blood Ragers, Iskandras, Clairvoyants, and Ozoids. So Blood Ragers is gonna get Trickster support, Nightblade support. Iskandras is gonna, well, change completely from a like all-around Arcanist set to a still all-around Arcanist set, but with like the main focus on Frozen Sky Shard. Clairvoyant set, 3-class set for Warlocks, Spellbenders, and Kabbalists. It's a little weird because it's like tries to do Vitality and Aether damage at the same time. But yeah, you can try to use the full set and still like try to focus on one of the 2 damage types. Or like just use some pieces of the set and either make use of full Aether or full Vitality. That's a little hard to do actually, like, especially for Vitality. Ozuin's avatar, it's gonna be changed to a Kenneth Bomb set, right? I don't really know if I like that yet or not. We will see. Needs some more like testing in game, I would say. Shadow Realm. So yes, boss spawn pools have been updated. So yeah, you can basically not get double grabber or like similar stuff anymore. And yeah, certain bosses can no longer appear multiples, and some nasty combinations are like less common now as well. Adjusted loot distribution curve so that lower shards are gonna like give you more loot and higher, same as before. So basically buffing shard, anything that's like sub shard 60, like making this sub shard 60 easier as well. Adjusting monster physical damage. Yeah, it's also like making sub shard 60 easier. Exit portals. Always available. Okay, that's pretty nice. Some quality of life here. Background bitmap. No idea what this was basically. Yeah. Splendors of the Shattered Realm also has a vendor to buy potions and sell items. Alright. Also it sells the Shattered Realm legendary set. Okay. That's interesting. So maybe you can like buy Shattered Realm stuff with better rolls now? I don't know. No longer drops. Oh yeah, okay. So they just swapped around the set from the loot chest to the vendor. Okay. It said additional crafting materials drop. Okay. I mean that's fine. You don't need like 10,000s, above thousands of Shattered Realm sets, right? And then like blow them up and get the materials that way, get the materials straight out of the chests basically. It's another of locations where players, monsters get stuck behind it. Blah blah. Yeah, basically some bug fixing. Okay, so we have new FX for Blade Arc, Bloody Pox, Counter-Strike, Force Wave. Even Force Wave, interesting. Grasping Vines, nice. Grenado. Phantasmal Blades, Stunjax, Warcry, Vindictive Flame. Shit, that's actually insane. Also around Crown, Elemental Storm, various shield skills. Oh yeah, Maven Sphere looks so much better now actually. Yeah, this is like FX stuff about AR, Doombolt, Aetherbolt, etc. We know that as well. Like trash stuff. Okay, okay. Well, let's skip over to itemization here. Okay, also they increased this. That's pretty nice. Yo, Wix, how are you? Yeah, we finally at least got the patch notes. We didn't get the patch, but we got the patch notes. Okay, so itemization, crafting, X. Reduced stun duration is no better. Low resist is no better. It's actually pretty interesting, especially slow resistance. Reduced percent sheer recovery time to 35%. Okay, Absolution was pretty OP. It was basically as OP as Overguard, and because Overguard got nerfed, it's this being nerfed is maybe reasonable. Yeah, it's like 5 AM for me. Honor reduced retail damage to attack to the skill. Makes sense, was like pretty strong I would say. Reduced movement speed while spinning. Okay, I don't know why they would do this, but I guess. Grasp. Reduced elemental damage modifier to Earth Center. Hold on. I actually wanted to try a build with this, but maybe I won't now. Increased acid retail on the skill proc. Rancor. Oh, interesting. Okay. I wanted to do a build with this item, but yeah, it was pretty bad on paper. So this seems also pretty interesting actually. Like a two-hander with Phantasmal Blades, like weapon damage. Phantasmal Blades. Oh, I'm gonna check it out for sure. Aether Storm is now also viable for Aether builds. That's pretty nice. Yeah, the Aether to Lightning conversion was like very strange on the Amulet. Arcane Tempest. I mean, this is like whatever. +2 Fire Strike, sure. Arcane Tempest, decrease damage on the granted skill. What is Arcane Tempest even? Like which item is this? Oh, like which set? Hmm. My compared rate edit. Okay, whatever. Flash Warp Defender. Reduce burn modifier on Aegis to 50. Okay, so this means that the Fire Aegis of Menhir starter build for like new players is a little worse now. Because like in the end game you're gonna go with Virtue set anyways. Coven Burning Halberd added 10% damage modifier for RF. That's needed. Like two-handers need something like that. Arcane Tempest. Oh wait, that's the set, right? Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. Makes sense to not only buff the blue items but also the full set. Component seal of whatever adjusted damage on granted skills. Okay, that's pretty nice. I don't know like what this means in particular, but we will see. Agdenborg repeater reduced weapon damage, I guess, to 20%. Yeah, this weapon was actually insane as well. Scorpius Pummeler, reclassified as a scepter for the purpose of efficacies. It can roll. Okay, so it's basically a buff for like acid, poison, pet builds, I guess. Because before it probably couldn't like roll specific affixes that are important for acid pet builds. Non-legendary set, non-set legendary items. Wave of Fire and Dawn Shard procs added. Okay. More buff. Like, or makes this potentially interesting for retail builds as well. Reduced slow res to 20, removed HP, removed crit damage, bonus on the skip rock. Yeah, it was pretty strong. I didn't play it, but like many people told me it's very strong actually. Outer order reduced fire retail to 260. Oh, that's not the mythical one. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Kalgarda's Research removed percent physical retail damage, like all of that. Holy shit, how much was it before? Kalgardra was 55%, okay. That's not too much. But it makes sense to nerf it maybe a little bit. Conduit of Whispers. Oh yeah, like I wanna check out all the new conduits, man. All I know is that for sure all of the weapon pool skill conduits have been removed. Because all of those are pretty shit. So there are gonna be like new options for us to discover, like to try out, like new wonky builds, new meme builds incoming. Dawn Shard, yeah. Full spread to +3 temper. This is like a buff to Fire of Reckoning, right? Or like Lightning Eye of Reckoning that that is using Demo as a secondary. This is awesome. Like check this out. What I just did like 2 minutes ago is I theory crafted this particular build here. Yeah, it takes some time to load. And this one, right? This is like I thought this is gonna be like another meme build. I read all the notes. I'm ready. Hello. Yo, Plasma, welcome back. Yeah, Red Fire, right? So I was just doing this, and then I saw Dreadfire and was like, why does this not have attack speed? It has Eye of Reckoning support but no attack speed? How does that make any sense? But yeah, they're actually like adding attack speed to Dreadfire and probably like Mythical Dreadfire as well. Yeah, perfect. That's so good. Nice. Works very well together with Solaris Helm. This is not beam. Maybe this has like a little bit more potential now actually. Um Shriek Al-Anor added 10% Fizz. Holy shit. Mythical one added 12% Fizz. I think the weapon wasn't like it was pretty decent already for a two-hander. Case modifiers for Blood of Dreeg with 100% HP regen and 400 retail. Asset retail. What was it before? Dreeg Al-Anor. Oh, how is it written? Dreegal. Dreegal Anor. So this was before retail damage added to Blood of Dreeg, HP restored. You don't really care about this too much if you got like better flat. Added to attack modifier to judgment to 22% even. It's nice. Like, this item is a lot of fun to play around, I think. Class changes are nice. So yeah, I'm not even close to those. Gildor's Guard, Gildor's Pulverizer, reduce physical retail, thank you. Increase cooldown reduction. +2 Nightblade. Gildor's becoming like stranger and stranger. This is like a Pierce, Saboteur, Grenado, two-handed ranged weapon now. Like, what the fuck? Where is it, the mythical version? Wait, mythical Gildor's? Was it only like non-mythical? Gildor? Oh, there's only one of those. Okay. So this was already like Pierce Grenado, right? Pierce Grenado, Pierce Wire Smite. And this is getting more CDR and +2 Nightblade. Huh. Also 60% elemental to Pierce. So for the fire to pierce Grenado and like fire to pierce to Wire Smite, that's pretty good. Yeah, like Renan and me were like thinking about this item already, like a little bit. Like that didn't seem like that terrible. Obviously, you could also like do Cadence, Grenado, Commando. Has a lot of attack speed actually. Hellborn added 45 Fist of Fire. Or what? I mean, it's like flat fire anyways. Ah. Okay. Owen Worm added 10% CR. That's like another meme two-hander, right? Like two-handed Orban. Oh no, that's a Promise Strike actually. So adding CDR to this, yeah, this had no attack speed. Adding CDR to this makes it interesting for non-transmuted Promise Strike, right? Okay. Is it gonna be good? I don't know. Probably, I don't know. Probably not that good. Adversary increased OA, increased physical to fire to 100%. Nice. I think I'm finally gonna try this one. I had this one theory crafted like 3FG. And this has like 100% physical to fire to Grenado now. It's not that bad. Like you get 100% weapon damage to Grenado, right? And I mean this weapon is flat fizz, but it's gonna be converted to physical to fire anyways. That's basically like the fire version of my Lightning Elementalist Grenado build. I think it's better now for sure. There was Spellblade, yeah, that got nerfed. Well, I didn't get the chance to try it, but well. Chaos to Code to PV. Hmm. So you combine this with Hera set now? Like, they make it more appealing to combine it with Hera set. Where did we have that build? Spellbreaker, right? Hera's Blades. And that was using Friggas, but Friggas was pretty bad before, right? You used was the axe, right? Silver Moon or whatever it's called. Not Silver Moon, but Question Moon, there we go. You were using this for this kind of build before, right? But adding more chaos to cold seems pretty tempting. Is it gonna be enough? Maybe. Maybe actually, yes. Maybe. Because as a ranged, like if you play, the difference between having a gun and not having a gun on a build like this is with a gun you can like safely activate lethal assault, which you cannot when you have a melee weapon. So a gun is actually pretty decent for Phantasma Blades. So yeah, I'm like more tempted to play this as well now. Avatar of Order, use retail damage attack modifier to drain essence to 8%. I mean, that was pretty expected. It was like number 1 or number 2 strongest build right now. It was 18% before, so it got cut by like 60%. Yeah, I think that seems reasonable actually. Avenger of Cairn, reduced all retail damage to 66. Priest Code, RR, Veil of Shadow. Bane of the Winter King, that's the two-handed sword, right? So again, another Hera's bird buffed. This one, right? Bane of the Winter King. Like these Hera set builds are getting like more and more interesting for me. For sure. What's next? Bodies of Lies. Oh, yeah, it's like a AR item now. Yeah, you're supposed to use this together with the Clairvoyant set, I guess. If you want to play like Aether AR. As an alternative to like the green items at least. Dawn Shard Gaze. Oh, that's the helm, right? Yeah, the helm was very underwhelming. That's like the worst out of these Dawn Shard items for sure. And now it has retail added to Aegis. Hmm. Dawn Shard, Holberg, getting +3 temper. 3 of the Circle of the 5. And 10% attack speed. Wait, that's like the strange weapon, right? Wait, what? Oh, off 5, not off the 5. Because you could like play around the skill here, or use this for like some weird builds as well. So yeah, casting speed is for the skill, and attack speed is for like the other weird builds you were doing with this, I guess. So for example, as a weapon or as a dagger for like physical battle mage maybe. Or like Aether battle mage. I don't know, like this is a weird item. I think some people may try to make it work, but it seems it wasn't like good enough. Thank you very much. More nerfs to Fizz Retail. Mask of Gorgoth. Reduced crit damage modifier for Storm Totem to 60%. Wait. Was this OP or what? How was this OP? Or maybe it was. I like missed it. Okay, interesting. Yeah, we talked about this, we talked about this. Executioner's Judgment, increase physical dealt to cold. Refer to cadence to 100%. Woohoo! 100% cadence, cold cadence. Ah, that's pretty nice. If you want to play cold cadence, you can go ahead now. But you use the Dread Mask of Gorgoth on almost every build? What the f. And that's so badass. Executioner's Judgment. Fifteen reduced target resistances for 2 seconds. Oh. You know what I don't like about things like this? Why is it 15? Just like make it 30 or like 25 at least. Like skills like these should have, I don't know. Strange. Yeah, you were probably thinking about the one that gives you like minus cold and pierce resist reduction, right? This one is, well, this could be good if it was like 25 or 30 and then you like don't need to use Elemental Storm anymore. I mean, it's like it's an item for basically an item for no manual because you can play like yet another cadence build and this time it's gonna be like cold cadence Blade Master. Yeah, I'm like very hyped about all those updated graphics. Like, I'm really looking forward to seeing them, Plasma. The Locks Master, yeah. Can do Cadence Locks Master now. So we go with. So, but yeah, for this item, you should probably do like. Wait, does Deathmark have an unit? It doesn't, right? So yeah, you use this with Deathmark and just go like full Deathmark, Cold Cadence, I would say. Fate Weaver's Mantle added +2 Static Strike. Aww. Why are you linking me Twitch right now when I'm streaming Plasma? Should I check this out on stream or what? I'm gonna check it later. Final stop. Reduced retail damage. Smite. Ah, I don't know if this needed a nerf. I don't think so. It's 2 decomposition. That's the. Yeah, for the Vitality Drain Essence. Actually, pretty good. Like for Vitality Drain Essence Kabast. It was a little weak, so adding more support to that, it's pretty good. Stone Witch added +2 Canister Bomb, trying to make Canister Bomb work. So they want you to use these rings together with the new Ulduin set, I guess. Reduced. Oh, Infernal Brimstone got nerfed. What? Leviathan added 5% attack damage converted to health modifier for ABB. They are like trying to push this more and more for Blade Masters, right? But it's still better for Death Knights or Witchblades or Warlords, I guess. Doesn't help enough. Markovian Stratagem, reduced fizz damage to 11 to 16 and percent shield block to 40. Basically yet another soldier nerf, Nadan's reach. Added +4 Circle of Slaughter and increased AoE to 90. Increased bonus to Soldier Inquisitor skills to +2. Oh, interesting. Let's go Pierce Force Wave Tactician. Or Pierce Pierce Cadence Tactician now. Nidala's leg wraps. Yeah, okay. That's like pretty good for like poison acid. Especially for like poison, actually. Let me check if my Sentinel uses exactly those or like the other ones. Dallas? No, it uses Venom Skin. Maybe I should like switch over to Nidalas now. Knight's Embrace. What is Knight's Embrace again? Which item this? Oh, this one? That's the one that you liked so much? Plasma? It got nerfed. Ice Chill, yeah. Northern Worm, increase weapon damage to granted skill. Northern Worm is like a super meme item, right? Ice Worm's Breath. Gonna get more weapon damage. Okay. Your Death Marked Saboteur uses it. It's gonna help this weapon? Probably not, right? Like, whatever. Like, what is this supposed to be? Frostburn? Like some Frostburn item, right? I don't know, it's Juggernaut increased cast speed to 80%, that's good. It needs all the buffs it can get. Withrow of Dreek, this one is like a perfect like super meme item right now. Increase summon limit to the skill proc to 4 and increase their attack rate. It summons like those eyes, right? Similar to the Dreek set. Huh. Maybe it's good, maybe not, I don't know. Like, it's very hard to say. Rocket Jacks added 100% electrocute duration and decreased electrocute damage for Promise Strike. I like this change. Like, Rocket Jacks is supposed to be the Primus Strike without Transmuter weapon, right, for ranged characters. And it was a little underwhelming, so this is a very welcome buff. Used physical damage too. How much did it have before Rakajax? 480 the Primus Strike. And it has increased to 200 per 3. What? What do you mean? Increased to or increased by? What do you mean, Zentai? Ozukon, is there a way to see what they did to the revised sets? Probably, yeah. I mean, there was already like a forum post about that, actually. Let me put it up for you here. Like, there are some things we already knew here. So check out this one. And then scroll down all the way. You're gonna see like the sets like Uzuin set, Iskandra set, Clairvoyant set, Blood Rager set is like below Uzuin set, I guess. And this is the link. Also, you can check out the stream, like the last stream they did. You can write like Twitch TV/Create Entertainment and like rewatch their last VOD. They got like these 4 sets got highlighted in a stream that was like done 2 weeks ago. 10 nerfs to the Stone Farmer one art. Great. Yeah, they nerf like so much soldier stuff actually. It's insane. Also so much retail stuff. I mean, it was kind of expected to be honest. Change of all around. Reduced physical damage. Added plus 2d1 man damage. Remove plus 1 Oathkeeper. Okay, that's also like a pretty huge warlord nerf. Rift Warped Grasp. Removed Chaos that to Vitality conversion. Really? Like literally like 2 hours ago I was trying to theorycraft this, like a full Vitality Doombolt. It doesn't have Chaos to Vitality anymore. Okay. It's this item, right? Yeah, yeah. Oh well. I didn't really like the concept that much anyways. Like, why would you ever play Doombolt, right? It's supposed to be a meme skill. Yeah, they have been due for years. Like, I'm pretty happy they're finally arriving. Like, Soldier was way too strong for way too long. And finally, like, Oathkeeper showed how broken OP Soldier really is. Fire Strike to Ignafar. Yeah, that's like whatever. Rune Plates of Ignafar. Wait, what is Rune Armor of Ignafar and what is Rune Plates of Ignafar? Not like the same thing. Oh, that's the chest. Okay, what is this then? Oh, these are the pants, okay. Fire Retail. Yeah, sure, why not? Fire Retail's pretty bad right now. Or Fire Retail. Like, maybe Fire Retail's pretty good now, actually. Like, there's so much Fire Retail stuff here. Sign of Bitter Winds. Add a skill proc and a debuff that reduces code and acid resistances. Wait, this was like already pretty interesting, right? Because of the amount of physical resistance you could get with this item. Oh no, that's another one. Never mind. So this is supposed to be Cold Drain Essence. Oh no, no, it is a. This is the one I was talking about. Like, yeah, you can get like, you can dual read these that have like 16% Fizz Pneumatic Burst, and then have like a shit ton of Fizz from Dual Blades on top. This is like pretty good for. I was gonna say like Spellbreakers or Infiltrators, but it has also +1 Oathkeeper, right? So you could like fine for something else. On the other hand, it's casting speed and well, there was another item I was thinking. Not this one. Something like Amatok. Yeah, this one. No. Maybe yes. 10% armor. I don't know, man. They're both weird actually. Sign of Burning Vengeance. Reduced retail damage attack. Added to attack for Aegis of Mean here. Okay. Oh, the lightning one. I saw one build. Seems like that seemed good, but not like that OP. I don't know. Maybe I think this nerf was not needed, I guess, but maybe they know better. Noxious Wounds. It gets nerfed as well, right? Yeah. This one was pretty good together with Perdition set, I guess. Don't let Mr. Tron here say that about the word. Soldier has been the only class that had no downside. Great defense, buffs, debuffs. Yeah, and then up top, like, free armor absorption, free stun resistance. Yeah, was pretty insane. They are nerfing ERR, expect of Cyclone set, and buffing Thermite Mine 1. That seems expected, to be honest. On the other hand, it makes like the Cyclone Elementalist that we were talking about before like even more interesting, right, Raynon? Especially for hardcore, because for hardcore, like the EOR Cyclone is already like a little squishy. Like EOR in general is like not the best skill for like going deep SR. Signal of the Fallen, added decomposition. Yeah, they're like adding all the support to like Vitality, Drain Essence was missing before. Silver Bolt, increased attack speed, pierce ratio, damage adjusted accordingly. Solans, I still have like no fucking idea what to do with this weapon. Spark of Ultos, Lightning Retail, used, okay. Yeah, Lightning was apparently pretty strong as well. Not as strong as physical, but pretty strong. Hmm, that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. This is like the two-hander, right? The Aether two-hander. Okay. I think you can do like Harass, like cold Harass sorcerer with this. Elder's Tempest. Very interesting weapon for that. Very, very interesting for that. Storm Cage Legards getting some love. Meme Cage Legards. Like these are probably like the worst pants ever, right? Or like one of the worst pants. Time Flux Band, added +2 canister bomb. Yeah, I mean they need to add like canister bomb all around. Now that they want to make canister bomb like to like a non-meme skill. So you have like Time Flux Band or what was the other one? This one, Stormwitch, as options for like to complement your Urzulin's build with. Yeah, it's basically the same as this, but as a sorcerer. And then you can, instead of this, because this has like +2 Nightblade, you use Temporal Arcblade instead. Like you basically switch around this weapon for this, and then do it as a sorcerer. And like maybe switch around pants or something, and probably the belt as well, and the medal. Wait, do I have it somewhere already? No, it was just an idea, I think. I didn't like write it down yet. No, there's no sorcerers here. Thornhide Legards. Reduced physical retail, was expected. Time Warped Walkers. These were very bad, so buffing these is pretty welcoming. That's so funny, right? This is like an AOM item. And it took them like 1.5 years to like buff these boots. They were like bad the moment they got released, right? And now finally they got them buffed. Tinker's Ingenuity. I mean, whatever. This is like a. I'm not gonna care about this item. It's like pretty good for new players, but other than that, it's like whatever. Arcane Wastes. Which one is this? Like some other AR? Oh no, that's the obliteration one. So it's gonna have increased damage, I guess. Because this one was piercing before already. Yeah. Like all of the physical retail at least is getting reduced. Thrown into Reprisal, for example. Wait, this was Canis. What the fuck? Was Retaliation Blackwater Cocktail OP? Like, why would you do this? Come on. Like, some of this is maybe unjustified. White Whisper Band, chaos damage for pets. So, Witching Hour is back, maybe? Reduce cooldown on the skill. White Lotus. What skill does it have? I think it's like a pretty decent belt, but that's a heal, okay. What? 2.5. One hit. It's actually interesting for casters, like non-weapon damage casters, but that's it. Witching Hour increased chaos damage for pets. Okay. Witching Hour is back in the game, I guess. Prepare your chaos kabbalists and chaos conjurers. Mythical Wraithborn like grabs. Wraithborn? That's like the ones that give bonuses to Necro, right? Yeah, because of Spectral Wrath, it makes sense to not only support Aether but also Vitality, because Spectral Wrath has Vitality. Ah yeah, this is like, okay, this is the Spellbinder, and they're buffing it for Vitality because of the new Clairvoyant set. They want to push Clairvoyant for like dual damage type, so that's why they're giving this dual damage as well. So that you can do either Aether or Vitality or both. I mean, that makes sense. Doesn't mean it's good, but it makes sense to do it. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, you can draw 7%, that's true. What will be secondary? Yeah, I don't know, like, you kinda want to not be dual damage, but I guess you have to be dual damage with Clairvoyant. Below like 4-piece Clairvoyant. Zolan's Revenge, what is this? Oh, that's the shield, right? Reduced retaliation damage, yeah, obviously. What else? We got the mythical version of this already. Oculus Visage, reduced retail damage at attack to fervor. Very welcome. Grey Knight, increased internal trauma damage. The Grey Knight is like very useless, right? It's like not terrible, but it's just useless. What is this supposed to be? Like, yeah, it's like, I don't even know. Okay, it's Warlord now. It's like mini Octavius or something. It's never gonna see in usage because Octavius exists. So yeah, it's like a filler before you find Octavius Shield. All three of my rays are dual damage. Ray is pretty hard to like make single target, like single damage actually. Pummeler, reduced internal turmoil, I guess. By the way, this is like the only. This is the only nerf to Octavius. This is the first nerf to Octavius that I see here. I mean, Octavius is not that OP compared to other stuff, to be honest. Yeah, good morning, Snow. Patch is out. Patch is gonna come out next week. But we got the patch notes at least. Also, good morning to you. Yeah, holy shit, it's like 6 a.m. already. What the fuck? I need to sleep. Let me number 3. Another nerf to your Stonefather, right? Holy shit. Legendary set items. Oh, never mind. Yeah, here comes the Octavius nerf. Removed cooldown modifier for Aegis of Menhir. Thank you. Why was it even there in the first place? Like, Octavius is a internal trauma set. Why do you need cooldown reduction for internal trauma? Perfect. One longer set. Added 30% elemental that is Aether. So this is pushed more towards Aether then. Which makes Aether Apostate and Aether Oppressor much better, this set. Because Fist of Vengeance, reduce physical retaliation, yet another physical retaliation. Dawn Seekers, reduce retail. Death Guard, increased physical resistance to 50%, added acid damage modifier to Bone Horrors to increase acid damage modifier to Bone Horrors to 140. Nice, very nice. The set was a very cool yet very underwhelming set. It's very nice to see potentially Acid, Poison Reaper finally be good, maybe. Deception of Dreeg, this is like the mythical Dreeg set, which is like the occultist only set, right? Increased acid damage modifier to Eye of Dreeg to 70. Eye of Dreeg is not Dreeg's evil eye, right? Eye of Dreeg is the skill, right? Deception of Dreeg. Or is it? It's the amulet that spawns them, right? Gaze of Dreeg. Create consistency and wording. Name a more uniconic triple pair, please. What is this supposed to mean? I guess is this like Dreeg's evil eye, or is it Gaze of Dreeg? Probably Dreeg's evil eye, because this is a modifier 25, so it's gonna increase to 70. Yeah, they're gonna push this 5-piece set more towards spam Dreeg's evil eye, right? Which makes sense. Mantle of Dreeg, Wit to Acid, thank you. Wit to Acid, thank you. You can actually like start using spam Dreeg's evil eye. Yeah, it was very nice, but it was like pretty underwhelming before. So it's hopefully finally good now. Harass, alright. Remove Chaos to Cold to Phantasmal Blades. Okay. Increase cold damage modifier to Calidor's Tempest to 85. I mean, removing the Chaos to Cold kinda makes this a little bit more mandatory, maybe? Why not? And also it's like a secret buff to Craval, right? Because then Craval is finally back with his shoulders that have like Chaos to Cold conversion, so they like rival Harass again. Maybe? I don't know. Probably not, because you still get like very nice 4-set bonuses here, right? That's one projectile. Wit to Chaos, Wit to Cold. Mantle of Dreeg, added 25. Yeah. So that's like non-mythical version. Okay. Markovian's Plate Mail. Fire Rest with Poison Rest. Cold Rest with Elemental Rest. That's like a buff to Markovian. Which is fine, like Markovian is one of the soldier sets that is actually not that OP. Beast Callers getting buffed a little bit. Yo, Snow, your future build is getting buffed a little bit. Close Fist of Vengeance, reduce physical retail, okay. Let's Defenders, reduce lightning damage modifier to Storm Totem. Well, that's like even more incentive to go with Ludwigans now. It's the same Markovian changes as here. Rage of Shoulders of Justice. Lightning to Aetheress. That's a buff. Rage of Agrirex. Fire damage modifier for Vindictive Flame with Aether damage and increased its cast speed modifier to 10%. Added 15% fire rest modifier to Siphon Souls. What the fuck is this? I mean, this is very welcome. It's finally like tries to buff Sorcerer at least a little bit. No idea what this is supposed to be though. Like, Agrirex is like Aether. Agrirex is spam Aether Caladeros, right? Why burn damage? I mean, it's there because why not, right? That's how it is. That's like lightning to fire. I mean, okay. It's like generally interesting, I guess. Lightning to fire. Wait, did I have like? Wasn't there some strange build? What I'm thinking about is like the full fire Trojan, but you need this counter pauldrons anyways. Never mind. Let's continue. Sentinel of the 3 set. Added 12%. Yeah, this set was pretty bad, right? Visceras, retail damage attack, counter strike. Elliot Shard also grants asset retail damage when standing near it. Very welcome. I don't know why it like buffs soldier, but okay. I'm of the 3. Added retail damage added to attack to the skip rope. Okay. CDR, okay. Yeah, this is like the change I was talking about before, right? They are removing +1 all skills to the amulet and giving the +1 all skills over to set. Increase damage modifier on the granted skill to 24%. It was 20% before, right? So, I mean, that's like whatever. You can't, like, this is only when you're like below 50% HP, right? So, Lost Soul set is getting buffed, hopefully. Increase vitality damage for pets to 40. That's very nice. Naomi is gonna be happy. I think she's playing Lost Souls Cabalist. Boulder Guards of Justice, yeah, that's the same as before. Stone Guard set, reduce physical retail, who would have thought? Light Lord set, okay, this one is interesting. Replace attack speed reduction modifier for Ravenous Earth with 20% reduced resist for 1 second and increased its fire damage. This is Viper, right? So this means my oppressor is getting. Where is my oppressor is getting. Oh yeah, I don't have the GT Grim Tools link in here. Oh yeah, I do have. So this is getting Viper. But not found. What do you mean? But not found. What the fuck? Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Huge list of changes. Yeah, it's like the crate special. It's always a huge list of changes. So before it had what? Um, Attack speed reduction. It wasn't actually that bad though, right? 10% only though. Hmm. But it was pretty defensive. So you're losing like a little bit defense here, and we're gaining Viper on Ravenous Earth, which means I don't need Viper, but I mean I'm probably like still gonna use it here for affinity. But yeah, before I was only applying Viper with Virus Might and that's it, right? And I like most of the time I'm like running away with this character and not charging in, I guess. 200 physical trauma, Force Wave gets any love? I think so, yes. At least Force Wave gets like a new visual. I mean, it's not getting nerfed. Yo, my name Jeff CX is retail dead. It's hard to say. Like, there's so many nerfs to physical retail, but there's no nerf whatsoever to physical to poison acid and like none to almost none to lightning, and there's actually buffs to fire. I would say overall it's balanced now because it's as good as like other builds now or as bad. Probably it's gonna still be like pretty good, to be honest. But before it was like you had meme builds here, you had good builds here, and then you had like retaliation builds like somewhere up there. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. At least like physical retaliation. So I think it's fine. It should be like somewhere here now as well. Still good, but not like OP. Lord Cover added minus 5% fire resist modifier to Siphon Souls. Nice. Actually, very nice. Like the build I was playing was lacking fire resistance reduction, and like a little bit. And also like fire builds need like a shit ton of fire resistance reduction overall. Which set is OP now then? It's hard to tell, like to be honest. It's not as clear as before, because before it was like alright, physical retails just all the shit OP. Uptime. I closed the stream. I'm like online again. I was streaming for 12 hours before, and I like almost gave up on patch notes, and I was about to go to sleep, but now they came and I reopened the stream. So yeah, my personal like uptime is like maybe 14 hours now. Or like at least my time sitting here thinking about builds and waiting for the patch. Items that got buffed though, like this got buffed. Sadriga, Anor, Sentinel, which already looked like pretty nice in Malagan stream actually. Is probably stronger than before now. Also the build I did, like this build is getting buffed. It's like a forum post. There. What is this? Oh yeah, I got rolled back, right? Wait, did my whole like post get deleted? Fuck my life. Let me check this out here. Again here. Check out mod posts. Do I see my posts? Total posts, find all posts, find all threads. No matches. Okay, I will have to like repost this then. I think I saved it on like some. Maybe. I hope I saved it. I really hope I saved it. I think so, but I'm not sure. I have to like redo this then. But yeah, it's getting buffed. It's getting 12% more fire resistance reduction. As you can see here. Lord's cover. Okay, so increased fire damage modifier, granted skill is now a proc. That's also pretty helpful. Like, it was a little bit annoying to cast it. Increased OADA bonuses to 6%. And was 5% before. Okay. Seems reasonable. So that's a proc now. Okay. Cyclone set, reduced weapon damage modifier to Eye of Reckoning. So what is maybe good or like OP now is, I don't know about OP, but Cyclone set got nerfed for Archons, right? Because Eye of Reckoning got nerfed. But Thermite Mines got buffed. And Wind Devils didn't get shot. And Wind Devils didn't get touched. So maybe it's strong for Elementalists. It was already decent for Elementalists, I would say. Also like increased fire damage modifier for Wind Devil even. Bullshit. Yeah, like Cyclone set Elementalist seems very interesting now. Also, wait, what could get nerfed? What did get buffed as well? Yeah, the Dreek set, right? Dreek set, like spam Dreek's Evil Eyes. Maybe actually finally good now. I don't know. Like probably not OP though. Like probably not. Probably not. Mage Slayer set, increased freeze resist reduction. Thank you. Thank you. This is also pretty good. Best Scourge set was still shit, but I have to like buff it again. Yeah, Mage Slayer is very interesting now. I think I had like a couple of ideas actually for Space Scourge as well. Mage Slayer. Um, I mean, Space Scourge is pretty straightforward to build, right? But Mage Slayer is very versatile actually. You can like either use the freeze just for the freeze. Was going for the retail. Yeah. You can still like do a Warlord. Not bad. Not as OP as before, obviously. You can also like, I don't know, just play something else first and then try checking it. Like try to, or like you can like wait for other people to figure it out if you want to, or like figure it out, or like figure it out yourself, I guess. Yeah, Octavius is also like still good. Like the only thing that got nerfed about Octavius is this. And the Pummeler, right? Where's the Pummeler? This. And especially this, like the cooldown, I don't even know. Like this was stupid. Why didn't it even exist in the first place? But Octavius doesn't even need it. Like Octavius is gonna be fine without this. Octavius Warlord is also like still gonna be pretty good, I would say. Like the nerf is actually minimal. Baldoon's Betrayal added all resist reduction to granted skill. What is the granted skill? Baldoon's Clip. Okay, so this has all resist reduction now, Baldoon's Clip. I guess it's the same type as, say, Manticore. which is pretty nice. Pretty nice buff. Increased OA by 110. To 110. Yeah, Wildons needs some buffs. That's fine. Also, like, I missed Ultas here. Ultas. And these are like small buffs. Nothing like crazy. Which just set reduce CDR to 8%. Use fire damage modifier to Aegis commander to 40. Use crit for Aegis to 10%. Remove CDR for Aegis. It's probably still good. Like it was it was one of the strongest sets before. Warbone Bastion, reduced weapon damage modifier for Eye of Reckoning. Warbone, wow. I don't know, like physical Eye of Reckoning was pretty strong, yes, but maybe not that strong. It is a huge nerf to Virtue, yes. But it was pretty crazy before, no? Oh my god. What's it called? Virtuous Light. Virtuous Light. 0.4 CDR to Aegis. This gets removed. It's actually, that's like the biggest nerf, I would say. And what else got removed? Crit reduced to 10%. That's 8% crit gone. Reduce fire damage to 40. Oh, that's on the piece, on the set piece. Wait, from 100 to 40? 60. Nerf by 60. And reduced cooldown reduction to 8 instead of 18. Those are like pretty big number changes actually. Oathkeeper is dead now. No, it's not. It's definitely not dead now. It's still pretty good. But also, you know what? I don't see any nerfs to skaters, like Skater Templar, right? So Skater Templar is pretty good still. At least for like farming better shells, I guess. And if you like build it correctly, you can like actually go pretty deep in SR as well. Alright, Affliction. Here we go, Devotions. This is like more interesting for me actually. Affliction. Uh, because zoom you can't see, right? Because of my face. Do it like this. Affliction. Replace Vitality Decay Retail with Acid Retail and percent or Retail. Wait, that's it? I mean, yeah, this is like needed because Vitality Retail was not supposed to be in the game anymore. They basically forgot to change this. But why the fuck does the skill not have retail damage, like retail retaliation damage added to attack or something? I don't understand. But I mean, it's the second node or so, right? So you could like only take 2 points, maybe? There are two with decay retail, so. The chariot is getting buffed. Wait, what? 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 What is this? Why? Like Chariot was good, right? Why does it get buffed? Like it wasn't like OP, yes, but what? Okay. I have no idea where this got added, to be honest. Like Zenta even forgot to like put the double dot, whatever that's called in English. It's very doesn't say what it is. Aladros Phoenix increased fire retail and crit. That's pretty nice. Blind Sage increased crit to 12%. That's it. Blind Sage, where does it have crit? 10% and now it has 12%. Okay. So that's basically not existent here. Gallows increased health to 160 and wit damage to 8. That's pretty good. Like Gallows was pretty bad. Like there's so many good blue devotions and you were like never ever picking Gallows because everything else is like so much better. On the first star, yeah, probably not, but maybe. Most probably not though. Is this gonna be enough to make it good? I actually like very much doubt it. Like this had 120 HP before, it has 160 now instead. And this was 6, it has 8 now. I don't know. Like blue, if you want to go blue, you need to like get more defense than this maybe. I don't know. Like you're only picking this if you also can make use of vitality and bleed resistance. Also, you're probably gonna pick this if you're like a vitality build, right? So probably not gonna need more vitality resistance if you're already a vitality build, but that's probably still not gonna be used much, I would say. Huntress, increase bleed damage. Yeah, bleed can like use all the buffs anyways. Removed fist retail and retail for pets. Added percent retail. Increased all retail to 7%. Yeah, I like this change. Like nerfing physical retail, buffing other retail. Seems good. Arian, which is like elemental, right? Elemental devotion. Buffing retail for this basically means buffing lightning and fire retail, which is very welcome. Magi reduced trap duration. That's interesting. Magi was already like pretty good on like fire burn builds, I would say. Because of the proc. This is very welcome as well. I mean, I didn't really need it, but I mean, Chariot doesn't need this as well, so. Messenger of War replaced Fizz Retail with Fire Retail. Huh. That's interesting. That's basically a buff to both Fire and Acid Retail, right? Because as Acid Retail, it's easier to convert Fire to Poison Acid than like converting Physical to Acid Poison, right? At least if you're an Oathkeeper. That's very interesting. All-arounds replaced Pierce Resist with 80 armor. First Pierce Resist. 20% Pierce Resist, actually. I don't know if this is a buff or a nerf, actually. It's probably a small buff. Right, added acid retail, Scarab increased acid retail. So no, like like retaliation is not dead. It's not dead for sure. Like physical retail got nerfed, yes. But things like like this. Builds like these, they got buffed basically. Or like the Sentinel I'm playing right now. This one. This one got also buffed a little bit. And I can imagine this one being even better. I mean, the sword here got nerfed a little bit. But not that much, I would say. Shield Maiden increased block chance to 6% and shield recovery time to 18%. 4% increased to 6%, right? Shield recovery time to 18. Small numbers, at least something. I like it because they're gonna nerf Soldier, right? So buffing Shield Maiden kinda makes up for it a little bit. Stag increased all retail to 30%. Yeah, you can like what you can see is basically every single physical retail item got nerfed, and like non-physical retail items got either not touched at all or got buffed. And devotions, like retail devotions, actually got buffed as well, like most of them. So yeah, retaliation is not dead, for sure not. Tempest added stun duration. Hell yes. Like Tempest needed something. I would have preferred them to like switch around this node and this node, like have the active over here and have this passive over here. But I mean, stun resistance, like stun resistance works out as well, I guess. Pretty nice. Go added 60% retail damage and 100 fizz retail. Like, look at this. This one has more fizz retail than before, actually. I don't know where it gets added. Maybe here. Probably like here or here. Or here, I guess. Yeah, retail is not dead, guys. Why am I playing Soldier now? uh, like Soldier is gonna be still good. Don't get me wrong. Gonna be more in line with the other masteries. Actually, it's not gonna be OP anymore. More in line, more balanced. And on Soldier increased crit. This is like the same as this, I guess. So it's pretty whatever. Ulo added 10. Freeze Petrify Stun. It fits the theme, right? I like it. Typhus increased crit damage for players 10%. I don't that's actually pretty good compared to some other stuff. Wraith added 20% all retail and lightning retail. Remove physical retail on Wolverine and retail for pets. Added increased all retail. Yeah, again, like nerfing fizz retail a little bit, but like buffing all retail at the same time. Yeah, why did this have chaos retail? What the fuck? Thank you for changing it to acid. Blind Fury increased damage scaling with rank. These are the procs, right? Blind Fury is Oleron's proc, right? This one? Yeah. This one was a little bit underwhelming, so it's welcome. Bismia's command. Summon pet now reduces all resistances with its attacks. That's very interesting, actually. Holy shit, that's interesting. This basically makes Bismial Devotion as good as like Elemental Storm or Manticore, right? Like depending on the value, but very interesting. I like it. Druid's Blessing. Reduce cooldown at max rank to 3.2. Thank you. Very much needed. Fetid Pool added okay, that did it. Nice. Never mind then. Perfect. This is what we wanted to have on this, right? This is supposed to be a retaliation, like acid retaliation devotion. And it finally is exactly that. So yeah, Affliction is... Like the changes to Affliction I very much approve of. Hungering Void, duration is now static at all ranks at 16 seconds. Was it like more before? Went up to 20 seconds actually. That's not a huge nerf. Reduced baseline chance of activating by 233%. Scaling, reduced crit 30 by max strength from 35. Increased chaos with damage bonuses to 375. Yeah, it basically tries to limit this devotion a little bit more towards vitality and chaos. It's still not gonna be that, but certainly worse than before for non-chaos, non-vitality. Why the fuck has this chaos retaliation, guys? Why is it not like flat chaos damage or something? Why is it chaos retail? Like, chaos retail has no synergy whatsoever with anything. Yeah, okay, whatever. I guess this is one of those stats that is there. For Zentai, I would say like either you have this here or you don't have anything there. So yeah, I guess I'll accept that for now. More increased damage scaling with rank. That's the bear, right? Yeah, I've never seen anyone use this ever. So any buff is welcome. Messenger of War replaced physical retail with fire retail. Yeah, that's like the same as before. Phoenix Fire added all retail damage.
Well met.
Yo, Jamethiel, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. And we have tips and scales added all resist reduction. Wait, what? What? Wait, what? Chance when hit. So when hit, you reduce enemies' resistances. That is a very interesting alternative to Manticore for like melee characters now. Right? Very interesting. I think I'm gonna try this on my Vitality Bone Harvest Ritualist. Because the proc itself is Vitality anyways, right? Yeah, it's only 4 points. You need to have 8 yellow though. It is not that easy unless you like have Obelisk or something anyways. Like the affinity requirement actually actually limiting this a little bit. You can like invest 2 more and get 2 yellow back, right? Wizard's Decree, reduced armor scaling with rank to 150. Uzat seems to be, or seemed to be very OP. So yeah, plus 240 armor it was, holy shit. Now it's down to 150. This is also like basically a small nerf to like any warlord style character, I would say. That's fine. Okay, soldier, Counter-Strike, reduced percent retaliation damage added to attack, scaling with rank to 15. By 16, 20 by max ultimate rank. Before it was... What was it before? 16 And 22. That's like a super small nerf. Field command. Reduce percent armor scaling at ranks 9 plus to 25% by rank 12. 30% by max ultimate rank. Currently we had 28% for soft cap, so 3% nerf there, and 33% for hard cap. So actually no hard cap nerf, it's only a soft cap nerf, because it was like 5% difference between soft and hard cap. And soft cap like lost 3%. Overguard increased cooldown to 24 seconds from 20 seconds. Reduced percentage shield recovery time scaling with rank to 35 by rank 12, 45 by max ultimate. Okay, this was, yeah, so nerfed by 10, and this one nerfed by 10 as well. They have 5k armor anyway, so no big deal for them. Basically, yeah. like thinking about this, right? Like 28% armor, holy shit, that was insane actually. Like 25% is still insane, to be honest. Fucking soldiers. Markovian defense. Increased cooldown reduction by 2 minus 9.5. Added 10% shield recovery time. So what you lost here, the nerf, you can regain here. At the cost of reducing also retaliation damage. Okay, sounds fair. Shield training. Reduce shield recovery time and block chance scaling to 12% and 24%. 15. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be like 2, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then up to 22. Or 24. This was 15 before, and that's 12 now. Yeah, okay. But yeah, since they buffed the Shield Maiden, this is like the change I was proposing like over half a year ago now. Nerf shield training, buff Shield Maiden, which basically means soldier shields are just as strong as before, but other classes have stronger shields now. Which is fine. Because shields on like non-soldier builds were pretty bad before. Demo, Blast Shield replace bonus to percent fire lightning resist with percent elemental resistance. Makes sense. Fire Strike increased weapon damage scaling at ultimate ranks to 138%. Yeah, like it was very weird, like Fire Strike being a main attack, being so bad to overcap, and it made no sense, right? You're gaining 1% weapon damage and 3 flat fire per overcap, like of course, I mean the flat fire like scaled up better, up to like 8 at the last point. But only having like 1% weapon damage per point, like what the fuck? I mean, it was a default attack replacer, but still. Okay, this is getting increased. So very nice. Explosive strike. Increasing radius scaling. And increased weapon damage. So this is like better, a little bit better AoE, I guess. And the other thing means just more damage, right? Yeah, this was like 0.5 weapon damage per point before, and now it's like 1% weapon damage per point. Sounds fair. Blackwater Cocktail has a better FX now. Very welcome. Temper. Increase DA scaling to 108 by rank 12, 198 by max ultimate rank. It increased retail damage scaling as well. Okay. It was 96 before and 156. Wait, ultimate ranks got like buffed a lot actually. Crazy. Yeah, overmaxing temper is pretty good now. Electric flame, added fire retail, makes sense. Occultist, Blood of Greek, increased HP regen, seems good. More retail for Occultist, seems good. Blood, oh yeah, they finally like start to buff Trix Evil Eye, which is like needed. Chance to terrify with chance of confuse. I don't really know which is better or worse, but whatever. This is at least increasing weapon damage, right? So that's pretty nice. It was 20 and 25 before. So yeah, ultimate ranks scaling up to 30%, pretty nice. Only giving 0.5 per point before was pretty meh anyways. Mant Flash getting a buff. Second Riot increase with res actually, 35. Oh, yeah, I mean why not, but probably pretty whatever. It was, yeah, but it gives like 1% instead of 0.5 now. Nightblade. Arrest quick cut, increase animation speed by 20% for an even quicker cut. Quick cut. Pretty welcome. This is probably not a DPS loss anymore now. Added bleed duration. Nice. Very nice. Added crowd control reduction scaling with rank. That's also pretty nice actually. Middle dance, increased DA. Okay. Reduced trap. What? Holy shit. Nightblade is getting like the best buffs ever, like every time. It's insane actually. 85 and 160, and before it was, I mean, that's what it was before, and it's now 120 and 220. 220 instead of what? 160? 60 more DA? Yeah, like Trap Ras is also hot. Pretty nice, pretty nice. AR now pierces, as we all know. Hype. Values adjusted accordingly on the skill, which means damage is getting nerfed. He doesn't want to say it though. That's so funny, right? Like the people that know that AR's damage is getting nerfed because it now pierces a little bit at least. It's so funny that how he doesn't like want to say it. Like Venta is too afraid to write damage is being nerfed. Values adjusted accordingly. Arcane will increase DA to 150, rank 10, 280. Holy shit, that's a lot as well, right? Like Arcanist. This one, 100. It's 150 now. It's getting up to 280. Yeah, very good. This was like a one pointer before. Maybe it's like worth either soft capping it now or like putting even more. It's still a little bit unreliable, right? Because it only procs. But I mean, below 70% proc is pretty doable. Yo, the rush. It's also like mainly for like also the bleed duration increase. It's mainly for bleed tricksters. Shaman Grand Slam. Oh yeah, we don't have what I would have liked to see from Arcanist is actually a change to Caladirth. A change to Inferno better. Um like have this scale up to 26. Like the resistance reduction here, it should be like okay, like 16. 12 out of 12 is fine. And then it should scale up to 26. And it shouldn't be physical, it should be all resistances. Because then like Arcanist would finally have some resistance reduction. And like it's not too easy to apply this, and it's also like it's not gonna be OP at all. But you have to be in melee range. You have to be able to press this button. You have to actually like, put a lot of points into the skill as well if you want to like use it. Like compare this to Blackwater Cocktail, right? You can just throw this one, you don't even have to be in melee range. And this is 25 here and 35 here. This should be like actually like at least 20 or like 25 here. Like 30 or 35 hard capped. That's to like reduce odd resistances and not only physical. But yeah, I mean Arcanist can't have nice things, I guess. I don't know. Like to be honest, soldier nerfs aren't really that like sure it got nerfed, but like shield training gets nullified by Shield Maiden devotion, right? So if you're using Shield Maiden, this is like whatever. This is nerfing retail, okay. This is nerfing it a little bit. Like tankiness a little bit. This is like 3% armor nerf. And this is not even a nerf, this is a joke. Like it's 15 instead of 16%, 20 instead of 22%. I don't know. Not that much. And Arcanist doesn't really get what it needs. Oh, never mind. Overload. Added Aetherus. What is this? Use trap duration as well. Aetherus on. Never mind. Can like use this to get Aether resistance now. And this has trap now as well. So this seems fair, getting trap on this as well. Aetherus on this. What the fuck? That's like very interesting actually. I like this change. This change is like, yeah, okay, sure. Nice, but whatever. This is very, very nice. Um, this is better for bleed builds. Like bleed pet, like the one that Uber did. Rogan's Pact added physical damage bonus for pets. Okay. HP regen, added HP regen with Aetherus. Replaced with Aetherus. Wait, Shaman has Aether resistance too? What? What is this Aether resistance everywhere? Okay. I wonder how much it is. Like Oak Skin was already very good. Now it's even better. Interesting. Raging Tempest. Increased elemental resist reduction. Scanning at ultimate ranks to minus 45. So I guess you like get 1% per point in here now. Yeah, this was like very bad before. It was like 0.5 before. It's gonna be like 1% per point now. Seems fair. Okay, surgery got buffed. Seems good. Aura of Sanger reduced, elemental resist reduction scaling. Wait, Aura of Sanger got nerfed again. Wow. Down to 30%. It was some weird 33% value actually. Okay. Up to 45. That's now 30 and 40, right? Yeah, okay. Word of Arms. Increased cooldown reduction to 6 seconds. That's Word of Arms, this one, right? So you have 6 seconds less skill recharge when using two-handed. Steel Resolved. Reduced damage bonus against average Chthonians. Yeah, this was actually insane. 20% and 25%. And it's now gonna be, what, 12 and 18. Yeah, this multiplayer was pretty stupid, to be honest. Dread replaced chance of Terrifier with chance of Confuse. What is the difference between Terrified and Confuse? And why did I do this? Terrify is like enemies running away from you, right? And Confuse is what? Terrify run away, and Confuse they run in circles, or what? They just stay but do nothing. Yeah. I don't like it. I know people were like bitching about necromancer skills making enemies flee, and thus you have to like chase them to kill them, and because of that it like reduces your like kill speed a bit sometimes, but it's such a thematic thing that they're losing here. It's insane. I don't like this. I actually don't like it. Confuses equals yeah, terrifying equals nay. A necromancer is supposed to be terrifying, man. Not confusing. Significantly increased percent weapon damage and increased vitality decay damage scaling with rank. Okay. It's like a buff to both, like a preparation to clairvoyant set and also to, or yeah, this is a buff to, what is it called? Diviner set, right? Alright, Oathkeepers. Aegis of Menhir getting nerfed. Was pretty, like, we, all of us knew this, I guess. This is like very unsurprising. 445% weapon damage. Like, what the fuck? 365. Down to. So, yeah, soft cap was only nerfed by 20, hard cap by like 16, right? No, 40. That's fine. That's not too much. But also reduced physical and fire damage scaling and drawing 72 plus. Okay. Reduced crit damage scaling with ranks 230, respectively 45, 30, 55. Reduced burn scaling with rank on reprisal. Yeah, this is like this and Virtue set nerf. Like both of these at once is actually hurting Virtue set a lot. Yeah, but it was like crazy. That's what I said. Like why I said that Virtue set before was completely insane. Virtue set was basically as good as Octavius, maybe even better. Ascension increased cooldown to 24 seconds. That's gonna hurt a lot of builds. I have like Mark of Torment flashbacks here. Right, like Mark of Torment got nerfed because of Spellbinder. So there was one OP combination which is able to abuse invulnerability, and now you have like one OP combination that is like almost invulnerable, which is like Warlord. Because of that, Ascension's getting nerfed, I guess. But in the end, it's gonna hurt like non-soldier builds more because those are like very dependent on Ascension. Like a lot of the Oathkeepers that I've been playing, for example, like uh, like this one or the Cold Virus Might guy. This one, they will get hurt a lot by this actually, because the windows of opportunities are getting like shorter, and the vulnerable windows are getting bigger. Resilience, reduced physical resistance getting with rank to 12 by rank 12, 18 by max rank. Yeah, it was pretty insane, right? 16, 17, 18. Wait, so max rank is staying the same? No, 20. It was 20 before. But it's more a soft cap nerf than hard cap. Yeah. Fix an issue where weapon damage scaling at ultimate ranks did not actually increase damage. Yeah. Similar thing to Savagery, I guess. Safeguard reduced armor scaling with ranks. This is only nerfing shield builds. Summon Guardian of Hyperion increased damage scaling with rank. Alright. More reduced armor. To shields, yeah. This is also like a buff to my oppressor actually. Like overall this build got buffed a lot. And yeah, like Harass builds are more interesting now in my opinion. Alright, this seems like very nice. People are flipping tables. Yeah, like overall I like this a lot. Like all of those actually. This Wind Devil getting buffed, man. Wind Devil and Elementalist, here we go. Also Bonemonger set being buffed, that's pretty nice. Yeah, like Death Guard set. Check it out again, Reynan. I think you did one, right? Is there any set that fully supports two-handed physical trauma force wave at all? Octavius. Just don't use the shield. Just use like all the Octavius pieces except for the shield.